CATIA is a software capable of complex design, but it's always good to start simple. Once you are logged on your dashboard, launch Building and Civil Assemblies application. Create a physical product that will simply be called Product from now on in this tutorial. Then set the following options. To simplify our design scenario, we'll set these options for widget layout. New parts will be created in current tab in maximized mode that you can reduce to see all models in current tab. This is handy to drag and drop objects from one model to the other. You can create a new tab and a new part in this new tab. Reduce its size and drag and drop this model to another tab, like this. And this is how you can change the layout in a tab. Let's continue with the settings. This option is to display model with gravity. And these options are to create parts with a default axis system and a geometrical set to store wireframe geometry. Insert the 3D part under the product like this. And double-click on the 3D shape to activate it. Open the compass and start Building Space Planning application. Before modeling, let's see how to manipulate 3D. Left click is to select. Press and hold middle button to pan. Keep the middle button pressed. Now press and hold left button to get a 3D rotation. Release left button and keep middle button pressed to zoom in and out. And get back to rotation motion by pressing again left button. Recenter the model by clicking with middle button. This is also used to change the center of 3D rotation. Finally, press Alt and T keys to switch back and forth from parallel to perspective view mode. Let's start the design of this table now. By creating an horizontal plane at 70 cm from the XY plane. Create a sketch on it. And draw a centered rectangle. Fill this contour to create a tabletop. Press Ctrl key for multiple selection, then select carefully the points on every corner and project them on the XY plane. Draw a line from one corner to the ground and replicate this line on other corners with the user pattern. If you want to modify what's displayed on the screen, you can change the visualization settings like this. Now we finished the design of a product containing only one part representing a table. But what exactly is a part and a product? A product is an assembly of 3D parts. It doesn't contain geometry itself. It can aggregate as many parts as you want, and other products, which can themselves contain as many parts and products as needed. And because it's meaningless, it's not possible to put a product below a part. Let's work at assembly level now. Double-click on the physical product and start Building and Civil Assemblies application. The double-click on the product is to make it active and selected, so it appears highlighted. If you click on the part below, the part is now selected, it's the object being manipulated. The product is still activated, represented in blue, it shows the context, or where you are working. For example, if you copy the 3D part and paste it, you get a second usage of the same table under the activated product, that you can locate at a different position. You can read the position matrix in this tab and reset its original position like this. To set a position with a numerical value, drop the robot on the geometry so it's oriented, double-click on the robot to input numerical incremental values for translation, and rotation. select the object to move relatively to the activated product, and use the robot to move the element. The arrays are for translation and the arcs for rotation. Position is marked with a yellow mark on the element in the tree. The position can be set at different levels in the tree, as the position is set relatively to the upper element. Consequently, a position of a part in a session is the combination of all relative position up to the root product. If you want to change an intermediate positioning, activate the product relatively to which the position will be set, select the element to be moved, and use the robot to set the new position. If we edit the sketch inside the geometry definition of the first part in the tree, the second part is modified at the same time. This is because they are exactly the same reference of part. And you can change the reference title on either one. Now save this model as it will be used for next step. Remember, every time a part is reused in a model, it's exactly the same object that is reused. Only the position can change. In other words, one part reference is one geometry and attributes.